G'day mate, my name's Dave.
And I'm Brad.
And this is a Traveling Brothers Cigar Review. And so Brad, we just did the Valentine's video.
We did.
Last, a little bit. So Valentine's Day is just gone.
Dave.
And I got a Valentine's gift.
Will you be my Valentine?
No.
Will you? Damn it.
So I got a Valentine's gift. My wife watched our video and she did the Valentine's gift that we suggested on the video. And she got a box and she put a cigar in it and some Toblerone and some Woodford Reserve. So guess what we're drinking tonight?
You are going to share your Valentine's Day gift with me?
Not only that, but I've got a little surprise for you in a minute. So let's pour this in here. So Woodford Reserve is very well-known, inexpensive, consistent. Straight up, you probably know, everybody knows what Woodford Reserve, anybody that drinks whiskey knows what Woodford Reserve tastes like.
It's a beautiful, smoky, wonderful experience.
I find it a bit edgy.
I love it.
I find it a bit edgy, but we just had some very smooth whiskey a few minutes ago, so it'd be interesting to see what this tastes like.
Well, cheers.
It just gets you around the edge of the tongue, though.
It's
very nice.
It's a good experience. Woodford Reserve, I got turned on to Woodford from an incredible we all talk about people that have influenced and impacted our careers in our life, and I have to tell you, one of my mentors, one of the people I respect, and I'm upset that you didn't get to meet.
Oh, the guy down
in
south,
Charlotte, yeah.
In Charlotte, right? Yeah.
Chad McIntosh, an incredible leader.
Next time we go out for cigars, Chad, you got to turn up.
Yes, Chad. Although it was on us a little bit too because we were late.
We were late, yeah.
But Chad is one of the most.
We were very late because we were planning on leaving at 10 o'clock in the morning, and one of our brothers didn't get up didn't go to bed. Didn't go to bed until 8 o'clock in the morning.
We had to do some creative driving.
So we had to, good on you, Lestat. Didn't go to sleep until 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours before we meant to be riding out.
But you know what? He was the only one to survive the night because the rest of us went to bed before that. So right on you, Lestat. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah. So would you like to know what we're smoking?
Oh, man, I've been waiting for it.
All right. I am smoking the Oliva V Melanio.
Sorry, I got a little
Torpedo.
silent.
And you're smoking the Oliva V Melanio Robusto.
I'm not going to even accept that. That's not even cool.
No, that's it. That's what you're getting.
Listen to me. I don't want your...
I'm having this, and your size doesn't matter.
Bullshit. You better fart out a larger cigar.
This one we do with the girls. Does size matter? And we get all the girls there and we do Does Size Matter review with
It does matter. My wife will tell you.
Yeah.
She tells me all the time there's a length and width
I have
requirement.
one here for you. That is the same.
Thank you.
But it's important to note that these do come in a tasty little morsel, which is a little Robusto, great short cigar. Like this is, you stop on your motorcycle for a break under a bridge when it's raining. I tell you what.
Or you're at a Bathe the Save event for Hydro Dog.
Or you're at a Bathe to Save event for Hydro Dog, which is where I was smoking them the other day.
And I was jealous because you had a shorty.
Yeah.
Of one of our favorite cigars.
Yeah.
And I was upset. I was like, how do you show up with one and not one for me? I'm sitting here smoking a Toro I had to put down 6 times, and you rock through yours.
This does come in a Maduro as well, and if I can hold these here without dropping them, you can see slight difference in the wrapper. It's a darker wrapper, a little bit more oily, and it is nicer. And of course, that one's in the box press Figurado, right?
Actually, Dave, I'm going to break one of your rules. I'm going to make some noise here. You ready for it? Skip-along. Did you want to know why? I'm pulling out the V-cut.
Are you going to V-cut this?
Because you know what? My favorite thing to do with a torpedo?
V-cut it.
V-cut it.
Okay. Well, I'm not.
You ready? Skip-along. L'chaim.
We're going to do the L'chaim more. It was
I
a
think
thing.
It was an ode to my heritage.
Okay.
I got to show you guys. The V-cut on a torpedo is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And if you notice, if you did not watch our cigar Noob for Boobs, Boobs for Noobs, that Triple D Dave cut that at an angle.
At a slight angle on this one. Sometimes I go a bit more of an angle, but because these are box pressed and they've got a pretty good surface distance, are just a little angle.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers.
We did cheers already.
I've been drinking.
So let's light this thing up and see what it tastes like. We know what it tastes like, but we're going to smoke one just for you. So grab your cigar, grab your bourbon, light up. I'm not going to light it with my cutter. Light up with us, and we'll have a little chat along the way.
Hey, Dave. We're using the same lighter.
Now, it's starting to get a bit warmer out there in some places, although at the moment we've got an ice blizzard going on everywhere, haven't we? But soon it's going to be lawn mowing season. And we want you to be listening to the Traveling Bros Cigars podcast while you're doing your lawn.
Where you're trimming your hedges.
When you're trimming your hedges.
Making your deck look big.
Making your deck look bigger.
Sorry. You're making your dick look bigger. The dick looks big enough.
The joke doesn't work if you use that word. It's just not a joke anymore.
Because you're the dick. I put it at you. Because, over winter you expand a little bit. I can't talk while I smoke this cigar.
Good. We're going to enjoy our time together then.
This is one of those that are always in our humidor, both of us.
This is a fairly new cigar too. This is, everybody knows Oliva for their range of cigars. The Oliva V has been around for a while, but this is the Oliva V Melanio, and I think it's only a couple of years old, 2019. Bradley?
Yes, 2019.
2019.
I was enjoying the smoke.
And I think it actually got Cigar of the Year too, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 93, 94, maybe higher rater. I would rate this cigar, generally I would rate this cigar really high, like
98.
97, 98.
This is always in our humidor. This cigar is so good, we literally fight over who buys it from our local lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the lounge thinks it's hilarious.
So, went into our cigar lounge, into the humidor, and there's a little spot where they put away boxes of cigars for us.
Where they take care.
And Brad's gotten in, he's gone, oh, they've put away some Melanio Vs for me, some V Melanios for me. And I've gone, really? They put some away for you? And he's gone, yeah, they're just up here. And he pulls it down and it says, hold for Dave.
And you know what? I bought it anyways. And then I bragged about it to him. And you know what? That backfired on me because the next 2 times I got it in,
yeah,
I didn't even know.
I got 3 boxes in mine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All different sizes.
But you know what I did that you didn't get a chance to do? Is I bought that special from Famous Smoke. And again, the link below. Use it, help support the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And click on the link. They had on the auction site a 5-pack for $35.
Oh, they do. They come up a lot on the auction site in 5-packs, actually.
Yeah, and I bought 3 of them. I couldn't walk away from it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why
I mean,
wouldn't
it was almost
the
a full
only
box.
reason you would do that is if you got 3 boxes in your humidor.
That's a sensitive subject.
So,
ooh, this is going pretty good too.
well, this has got some smokiness to it. It works nicely.
A little bit of leather in here too.
We probably don't need to go through this entire cigar because we do smoke it so much.
We have more of this cigar in our blood than we do in our lungs.
Love this cigar. Funny story about this cigar. I was down the lounge and a friend of ours down there, we both love him, Joe.
You have friends? I just never met it.
Only lounge friends.
No, lounge rats.
So, funny story about this cigar. I was down the lounge and a friend of ours, Joe. Shout out to you, Joe. Joe V, just so there's no confusion. Not Joe C. And Joe V, lovely guy, says to me, Dave, I've got a great cigar for you. I've got a great cigar for you. You're going to love it. You've got to try this. And he hands me a Gurkha.
Ooh.
Now,
I don't know what it is about
I haven't yet found a Gurkha I like.
Although the barrel age is pretty good. The one that...
Well, I haven't smoked that, but I haven't yet found a Gurkha I like. But in correct, proper lounge etiquette, I said, okay, thanks very much. I'll give it a try. I hadn't had that particular Gurkha before, and started, and I got a little bit further than this, not very far in though. And I put it down, and I went out and I bought 2 of these. And I said, Joe, I really thank you for your gift, but if you want to try a nice cigar, try one of these.
What do you do in that situation? Like, real talk, we'd love to see some commentary below, right? What do you do when someone gifts you that? I mean, honestly, it happens in the lounge a lot.
Yeah.
You foster incredible relationships with the people that do frequent the lounge and that you go to, and you talk about the world, politics. And again, if you don't know what you're doing, check out our cigar etiquettes video. It's also in the page, and it's under the boob page. But I would tell you, what do you do? Do you tell them, or do you muscle through it? Right? Because
I chose to tell them because I couldn't smoke it.
But that's the question I'm asking: is do you be honest?
Funny story though. Now, almost every other time that I go into the lounge, Joe is smoking one of these, and it's become one of his favorite cigars. And so he'll have one, and he'll go, "What are you smoking there, Dave?" And I'll say, "Oh, you know, H. Upman or Foundation." And that. He says, "Mate, if you want a really good cigar, you should try one of these."
But that's the thing, like, if you never went back in and taught and gave him that experience, right? And he gifted you something beautiful, right? Like, to him, it's something he enjoys. It's something that his palate is immune to.
And nothing against Gurkha. You don't like Padron.
Yeah, but
right?
I do like Gurkha. I do like some of the Gurkha.
See, I've never found a Gurkha I like yet.
Have you tried the barrel age?
I don't think so.
I got to get you on that one.
But I mean, that's the thing with cigars. It's like whiskeys, you know. It's like beers. It's like anything that you're using your senses to experience. It's different for everybody. So we'll tell you on this channel what we think of these cigars, and we'll try and be very open with our thoughts and try and pick out the flavors that we get and so forth. But ultimately, you know, you should still try different cigars. Even if we say we don't like it, give it a try anyway.
But again, you did the right thing. In my opinion, if someone gives you a cigar, even if your local lounge, the salesperson that you've built a relationship with, and we talked about this in one of our noob videos, with Siobhan, actually, who just almost died on the stairs, you tell them. Because at the end of the day, no one will take offense to them. And if they do, I mean, horrible on them. But tell them, because again, it's not for you. And you know, the worst thing in the world is they hand you a cigar that you don't like again.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing in the world, because again, it's all about experience and sharing flavors and discovery.
I did that, and I took it and I smoked a little bit of it, and probably only got that far through it actually. But I bought him a cigar in return, which I liked, that he could try. So you know,
I think that was a beautiful way to do it.
Yeah, you know, fair's fair. I want you to do this.
Oh, I thought you would never do it. I was waiting here looking at it.
So I'm getting dark chocolate off this, and I know I get
some coffee.
I know I get dark chocolate flavors off this. So my lovely wife, in with the Woodford Reserve, also had some Toblerone dark, and I know when she buys chocolate for me, not for herself, because she doesn't like dark chocolate, so she buys dark chocolate. You want to crack the end of that and see if you can just pull it off the end. Grab it, go, break.
L'chaim.
And, see, I offer him one piece, he takes 3. Like, you do it like this, you just take the end one off, see? Just one like that, see? But
maybe I want 3.
You can keep that. So now, have that, get that in your mouth. You've got to do this occasionally, so chocolate is one of those things.
Don't swallow it, just let it roll through.
Chocolate is one of those things that goes really well with cigars. And to really experience chocolate, you've got to let it melt. It doesn't get its full flavour until it reaches body temperature. And so,
Oh my goodness.
Now, what does that do to your cigar?
It just lets everything, it enhances everything. We talked about that H. Upman.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Mm.
You talked about that H.
Doesn't
Upman.
that do things for that?
This should be illegal.
Yeah.
It should be.
This is really good. You got to do this. This is the Melanio V Melanio.
Oh my goodness.
Some dark chocolate.
Hold on. I'm having a moment right now. Remember, chew the chocolate and let it sit in your mouth and melt.
Yeah, you got to let it sit in your mouth and melt.
Oh.
Ah. And then the whiskey. That changes the whiskey too.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I need to do it.
And then follow up with cigar again, and now I'm getting the barnyard, the hayness. So you go chocolate cigar, it brings out all the cocoa flavors. Then you go the whiskey cigar, and it brings out the barnyard sort of hay, bit of cedar, smokiness of it. It's just, isn't that like incredible how that changes the dynamics of pairing? That's why pairing is so important.
Most underrated thing is grabbing some dark chocolate with a beautiful, and you got to go really good on the chocolate. You got to spend some money on the chocolate, but it is really beautiful to have.
So there's some peanut there too, and the retro hale is a little bit of peanut. You got to retro hale this one.
Dave, I think now is a good time to tell you I'm not wearing pants. I'm having a whole experience right now.
And the burn is always so good on these cigars. So I notice sometimes am I right? Figurado, right? I always get these things wrong, but the Figurado that comes in, tapers in at the end, I always find sometimes how you light those can really muck up your burn.
Is this where we insert the Steve Irwin muck up?
Muck up. Is muck up not so... Come on, muck up.
What the hell does muck up mean?
Muck up, really?
Yeah.
Make a mess of. Muck up.
We just say muck up.
Well, that would be the crude and crass way of saying it, but muck up you could say in front
What
of
does
your mother.
crass mean?
Really crass?
I don't know what that means either.
Oh, seriously. I need to get you a dictionary.
You're dicking up for both of us. There's a party going on in my mouth right now. No, I don't care. This Woodford with this cigar itself is an incredible pairing. But the oils from that chocolate with the honey and almond, the nuttiness, going with the cigar it's a chocolate explosion.
Is it a Mexican San Andreas wrapper?
Yeah, it's San Andreas.
San Andreas, Mexican San Andreas wrapper.
Yeah.
And this is a Maduro wrapper. You see the difference in there, and I'll try and take a photo of the two side by side. Have you had one of these?
Yeah.
The Maduro?
Yeah.
You have?
Yep.
Okay, well, just lucked out. I was going to give him that one, but should have said no.
No, I've never seen that before. What is a Maduro?
Oh, well, here you go, Brad. You
I
can have
appreciate
that
it.
one.
Thank you so much. You know, I don't believe half of what people tell me about you.
Oh, what do they tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devil.
All right, so we're going to leave it there for a moment, and we'll come back. We're loving this cigar. Now, if you're watching the YouTube channel, you just missed a really good talk, which will be on our podcast only, about brotherhood. And about, why men need brotherhood and fraternity and
why
so
men
forth.
need structure even outside of the home.
Yeah, men need manly time.
Yeah, manly time.
Manly time.
My uncle, funny enough, he says all the time.
You'll get that on the podcast.
You will. But he says all the time, swinging dick time.
There you go.
It may be brash, but it's true.
Yep.
You need time with your brothers
Yeah.
to be able to achieve your life goals.
Yeah.
But check the podcast out. We had an incredible discussion about what it means to be a true brother. And for me, I gave a big shout out to Mr. Triple D Durman, Big Titty Durman, about what the need is for even a young male trying to be a father and a husband and be a successful professional in the work environment.
and what it is for young guys that don't have father figures in their lives,
Yep.
and how maybe to get some of that father figure and brotherly love,
Yep.
love
outside of Philadelphia.
outside of Philadelphia. But how to get some of that in your life? There's a couple of ways, and we just talked about one of them, and something that is both very close to our hearts now. Well, yours now, mine for a long time. But yeah, check that out on the podcast. So, Traveling Bros Cigars, wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, I don't know where else it goes, but we plug it into Anchor, and it just sends it all out.
Bang.
All right. So, how are we going with this cigar, Brad? You've been plowing through yours. My goodness, I've been savoring mine.
The only thing I'm plowing
let's
through.
just do a length comparison here.
This is not fair.
Get a load of that. You've just, man, you
I
suck.
suck harder than you do. That's all that matters.
But how are we going with it there, Brad? It's quite a complex cigar,
Very complex.
but it's smooth, easy to smoke, pleasurable,
Consistent.
nice finish. It's always got this beautiful burn. I haven't touched that up once, and you can see just how perfect the burn is. I don't think I ever have a Melanio, a Oliva V Melanio that burns poorly.
You know what's funny? You and I both. If it's box press, it's all to the rest, my friend. We are all about the box press.
Well, I like box press because you can put them down; they don't roll away.
That is not the reason why.
That's what I like about.
They're just so really good. They're really
you
good.
Just put it down; it doesn't roll away. It's like you can put it on anything. You can just have a box press. There's your bottle. You put it there; it doesn't roll away. You don't even have to think about it.
Or your tactical lighter.
They can't see that there. You gonna drop it? No.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Good.
Stable platform.
All right. So I don't think this cigar is one that transitions specifically through points. I think throughout the cigar you're going to get a few different flavors. You're going to get that cocoa that we raved on about with the chocolate.
Barnyard.
You're going to get some barnyard,
Yep.
some hay. You're going to get some
Coffee.
definitely some coffee. Yeah, the chocolate cocoa flavors. What else have you picked up in there?
Leather.
Bit of leather, yeah. It's got some complex flavors to it that if you take your time to enjoy it, Bradley, you're going to find this surprises you, and it is a very nice cigar. I don't know quite now what the price point on this is.
They range. You go from the Robusto at like
Yeah, but a Toro,
12,
what's the one we're smoking gonna be?
$15 to $16.
About $15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's for a lot of people, it's not going to be in a daily budget, but it's definitely good. It's a well worth look, this could be a wedding cigar.
It could be a wedding cigar.
This
It could be your child being
child's
born.
birth cigar.
Yeah.
This could be a special occasion, or it could be just a once a week Friday thing for you. You know. Hey, I like it for every day. What can I say? It's a great cigar.
You're just bougie.
I'm just a bit bougie.
Yep.
But let's before we tune out, like, subscribe.
And there will be a link below for Famous Smokes.
Put in a link.
You can click on and order, and I did.
You got yours from that link, yeah?
I got mine for the link, and it works. It's great. I got a 5-pack for $35. It was great. It was beautiful. I got actually 3 from that. But remember, like, subscribe, check out the podcast because there are some unedited.
Yeah, check out the podcast because we just had a really good talk about brotherhood on there, and a little bit about MCs.
Yep.
And so check out the podcast, and that's all from me.
And that's all for me.
Catch you later.